Hey there friends, welcome back to another Legally Armed America video. I'm of course Paul Glasgow here, the one and only truth pimp, bringing you a vulgar display of logic and reason on a daily basis. A little bit different video for us today. You know, we've been talking a lot about legislation and things like that lately, and there's some pretty interesting stuff that I'm working on for tomorrow's video. But I felt the need to put this out there also. You know, I put a lot of videos out that show a lot of body cam footage, a lot of security cam footage. And I think the whole purpose of that is I'm a gun carrier myself. I carry on a daily basis. I know that I'm the first line of defense for my family, myself. I know that law enforcement, 15, 20, 30 minutes away, depending on where you live. Don't rely on them. So anytime you have a chance of looking at real life video of actual stuff happening, not some simulated thing, not some static shooting at a range, not even a USPSA match, which is, to me is the closest you can get to actually an adrenaline rush that's going to get you close to that real life situation. But anytime we can actually see a full real life situation, in my case, hopefully it's involving somebody else and not me, I think it's super valuable. And I think that goes for whether it's law enforcement or non-law enforcement, because it shows you how people react in an adrenaline-infused environment, but also there's so much unpredictability. And I think I'm saying all this because his video today is different, and it's a little wild. And while you might side with law enforcement to a certain degree, I don't have problems with good law enforcement officers, just like I don't have problems with good janitors. I have problems with bad law enforcement officers and bad janitors, right? But I want you to pay particular attention. This is kind of a long video, but I think it's important that for the context of it, you get the whole thing. So I'm going to play the whole thing all the way through. Towards the end of the video, you're going to see backup come for the law enforcement officer who pulled this Afghani, let's just call him a refugee, because in terms of the definition of fleeing a country because of danger, it probably applies here. However, I do think that the laws involving refugee status, you go to the next country over that's not going to kill you, basically. And that's not the United States. This is on the heels of the botched Afghanistan pullout that Joe Biden executed, where we had 13 of our people executed over there during this botched pullout. This guy here is one of those people who we brought over here. He's likely a translator. I don't know that for a fact, but you can tell by his conversation that he clearly was brought over here by us. So I'm sure that's the reasoning behind it. He's obviously mad about that whole situation. Can't say that I blame him there. He seems a little self-righteous and a little bit feeling like he's deserving of all the free stuff and handouts that we give to everybody over here. That kind of pissed me off. But I can't get mad at the guy for being mad at the situation, because none of it was handled right. None of it was. It does bother me that the guy's a racist. He hates white people and he hates Americans. He makes that very clear in the video. But I want you to see some stuff towards the end of it. And again, pay attention to when, quote, backup shows up and how things go sideways.
Jesus Christ.
Stop area 810 12914 Fairlakes Parkway 1436.
That was a heck of a stop, sir.
I have a gun and I'm armed, I'll let you know. So why did you pull me over?
Your inspection sticker expired
last. Call Joe Biden or call George Bush.
What's your driver's license?
No, there's no, I don't have a driving license.
Why not?
Go back, sit in the fucking car and leave.
No, sir.
No?
It doesn't work that way.
Okay, so go ahead, do whatever you want to do.
Can I get your name?
No.
No?
No. You're fucking killing me. You fucking people don't get a disability. Fucking, I have kids and I have a lot of fucking bullshit things. So why you fucking treat me this way?
Said 80.
Said 80.
Can I get a supervisor to my location, please?
You fucking dumbass fucking people. You fucking asshole.
Majestic.
I can't even go back to my fucking country because of you fucking people. I started in fucking army. Every time
Car
you
80 or
come
car
and
81,
fucking
Bravo.
pull me over. Every time.
Do you have the registration to the vehicle?
Nothing.
You got nothing?
Nothing.
All right.
Yeah.
And you don't want to give me your name?
Sir, why? Look. Hey, I died when I was serving you with you liars, with you people with American status.
I served as well, sir.
Yeah. So you brought me to you fucking people brought me to this goddamn country, and I'm dying every fucking single day, and I have 4 children, and we wholly survive because you're a fucking racist people.
Okay.
Yeah, because I can't get a job, I can't get a disability, and they took my fucking license because I'm not able to pay the insurance. So why are you fucking trying to kill me?
I'm not trying to
No,
kill you,
you
sir.
are. I'm already died. I don't give a damn fuck.
Subject's armed, refusing to give ID. Don't reach for anything,
No,
dude. Don't unbuckle that.
I'm telling you, don't reach. I'm telling you, don't reach. I don't
Subject
give a
keeps
damn
reaching.
fuck. I don't give a damn fuck. If you fucking do anything, don't do anything.
Subject keeps reaching for his weapon.
No, I'm not reaching.
Sure. Just want to use the field. Tell us over your restricted 1439.
Sir, I stopped you for a lawful traffic stop.
I don't give a damn fuck.
Okay.
You liars.
I'm not lying.
No, you're
It's
lying.
obviously right there.
You are no. Today is
So
the
what
day,
I'm-
buddy.
what I'm
Today's the
asking
day,
for
fucking
is you to
dumbass
identify
liars, white
yourself.
people. You lied for 25 years.
Car 80, Bravo. You direct on that.
You brought me to this country. I served with special forces. I lost my own fucking brother. I lost my everything.
I'm sorry.
I have nothing.
I'm sorry to hear that.
No, you're sorry to hear that? No. Don't play that bullshit.
800 Bravo, shots fired. 800 Bravo, shots fired.
Listen, American. This is take it. I take this with you, okay? No. Hey, no. You reach it. No.
41.
Hey,
So-
listen, American. This is take it. I take this with you, okay?
So now you want to give me that?
Hey, don't you reach it. No. I take this with you, okay?
So now you want to
No.
give me that?
Hey, don't you reach it. No.
Bravo, everybody slow down. Units Rapid Steady, you can slow it down. 1441.
Hey, listen, American. This is take it. I take this with you, okay? No. Hey, no. You reach it. Go.
800 Bravo, shots fired.
800 Bravo, shots fired.
800 Bravo, signal.
So just to recap, this was in Fairfax, Virginia, and this incident happened on April 23rd. The guy's name is Jamal Wali, and he was given refugee status in the U.S., and he has, according to him, he has 4 children. But he makes the comment that he worked for us in Afghanistan, again, I'm assuming as a translator, but he wished he'd have served with the Taliban instead, and makes, as you saw in the video, racist, anti-white statements. He doesn't have insurance. He doesn't have a license. He gets furious, mad, berates the cop. But did you notice when the, quote, backup showed up? The officer who was there by himself, and I'm no officer, and I do not have a background. I have a firearms background, not a law enforcement background. I do believe the officer was trying to de-escalate the situation and keep it from escalating too bad, because the guy was already clearly ticked off, mad, irate, yelling, and really at the end of his rope. I think the guy, this almost looked like a death by suicide, or suicide by cop, I guess, because it seemed like the guy was just hell-bent and intent on what ended up playing out towards the end. But while I will criticize the officer, and again, it's easy to play Monday morning quarterback, so I'm doing this with, with the luxury of sitting in the safety of my own home. So understand that it's easy to look at video with a critical eye whenever you're not in any kind of real danger. But the first law enforcement officer, I feel like his firearm hand, which would be his right hand in his cases, he does appear to be right-handed. He did use his right hand to unholster his firearm and shoot it when the shootout took place. I think he's using that right hand a little bit too much, knowing that this guy is armed. And again, I know I'm Monday morning quarterbacking, so I'm giving myself the benefit of the doubt of being able to do this. I may have done exactly what this guy did had I been in his shoes. But puts his hand on top of the car, his right hand, that's his firearm hand, uses the radio with that. He's got a perfectly capable left hand that he could be using for this, and that's just my opinion. That's an observation I'm making. I'm not saying he did it wrong. I'm saying maybe that's not what I would choose to do had I been in his shoes. Again, his training may say otherwise. That might be how he's trained, and if so, kudos to him. But I think, the cop knew he was armed, right? And he kept telling the guy not to reach for it. He told the people on the radio that the guy was armed and trying to reach for his gun. So the people coming to help this law enforcement officer knew that. When this one guy runs straight to the driver's side window and tries to muscle this guy who's already irate, and again, this guy doesn't know anything about this situation, rather than taking it in or asking the guy, how is this stop going or anything like that, he bulls his way in there and initiates a shootout, which cost 2 people to get shot. 2 of the law enforcement officers got shot, one of them in his forearm. And of course, the guy ended up getting killed on the spot, the Afghan migrant, whatever you want to call him. I don't see how that is right in any way. I don't see how, when you're back up, you bull your way in there without taking any of the situation in other than knowing that the guy was armed. You did not ask the law enforcement officer on the scene what was going on. How is this? Is it escalating? Are you de-escalating it? Are we good? Nothing like that. You walk straight to the guy and you try to bully him into doing whatever. And again, I'm not saying you shouldn't try to disarm him, but I don't think it was at that point yet. The guy didn't reach for his gun until he got irate right there at the end. And I believe he was getting mad, trying to give the guy his ID or whatever it was. He says he didn't have any driver's license or insurance, but he was trying to give him something. I'm sure it's paperwork maybe saying that his status was legal, that he was here. But at that point, he got irate, trying to hand the stuff to the law enforcement officer, and then drew his own weapon, which at that point, everybody else started shooting at him. The guy reaching for the gun is very lucky to be alive. I don't think that was a wise decision at all. You knew he was armed. That was not a surprise. So to reach in, I think, was kind of crazy. You could have got one to the head. A lot of crazy stuff going on here. Again, we're Monday morning quarterbacking, and I think that's fair because it's always good, like I said, to assess the situation and go, man, now I can kind of put myself in that position and think, well, how, would I have handled that like that? And I know you don't have the same adrenaline dump and things like that going on, but it's still a good exercise to be able to let your mind see this and play it out in your own mind and think, what would I have done? I'm curious. What would you guys have done in 2 different, well, I don't have to ask you if you were the Afghan refugee, because I know what all of us would have done, not escalated the situation, and certainly not drawn my firearm, because I don't think the guy was in any danger of being shot. Nobody had unholstered their weapon whenever he was unholstering his. So it wasn't like he was defending himself. So that was the stupid thing. But if you were, let's say the 2 law enforcement officers, the one that bulled his way in there and initiated this becoming a shootout, and the one who tried to stop the guy, or who stopped the guy and actually tried to de-escalate the situation a little bit and keep things calm, at least until his backup got there. Would you have done anything different from either one of those guys? I'm very curious, because these are very interesting. They're fascinating situations to me to see how people would have reacted. And a lot of times you guys see things that I didn't notice. And it's always educational for me because I'm like, good eye, I didn't see that. Comment down below. Let me know what you see and what you think and how you would have handled this a little bit different. I'm super interested to know that.